I really love this lens, I have to say, man. I think this will open up a lot of opportunities in the future. Hey guys, and welcome back to another Astro vlog. Today is pretty exciting, or tonight is pretty exciting, because I'm going to take the first Milky Way core shot of the season, at least for me. And I'm also trying to take a shot of like the Cygnus region and maybe a full Milky Way panorama. I don't know. I don't know because I don't have much time, because at the moment, which is the beginning of April, I have a roughly 50% moon just overhead, and that moon won't set before around 3:30 a.m. in the morning. And that's actually the time where the Milky Way core will rise behind you now, above the horizon, which is like the perfect timing. And yeah, I will stay here at this pretty nice open viewpoint and take some amazing photos. So let's talk about composition for a second. You will also see my screen capture here. And yeah, just after I arrived at this viewpoint, I took out my phone and scouted the area a little bit and used my phone camera, or my phone cameras, to take some test shots and yeah, just to get a general idea of like what kind of shot I want to take. And just before that, I used photo pills to roughly get an idea where everything is in the night sky. And yeah, with my limited space here on this viewpoint, I can then easily remember where everything is and can plan accordingly. So this is just like one of the first shots that I took after I arrived here at this viewpoint. And yeah, this is a tree behind me. Let's move on a little bit. This is like the first shot that I was like, okay, that could work, because I really want to take a nice like Milky Way selfie. I have a really cool new lens that I will show you later, well, that I will talk about later. That is really nice for that sort of images, and I want to try that. So yeah, I could imagine me standing at this spot with the tripod and the camera, and then I have the Milky Way core basically perfectly centered behind me. So yeah, that's the first composition. Then I tried around with this look here, where I have like this bench here and then also the lake. Then I moved or I rotated to horizontal composition, and I think this could be one of my first compositions, because I quite like the details in the foreground. We have like all these rocks, and then there's grass, and we have this nice bench. I could more or less sit on it, lie on it, I don't know. I could test it later. And then I have everything behind it with the Milky Way, which would be more or less like in the center of the frame, and then going like to the top left. Then I also have this shot here. I'm not 100% sure if I do it. It's pretty boring, I think. I have this these concrete stairs going down, also with some details here on the rock. That might look kind of cool. I don't really know yet. I think that's like one of the shots that I won't do. What I want to do 100% is this shot here. Just about 3 minutes, like going all the way back down the track, or down the trail. I found this nice, cool looking bench to sit on, and I framed the camera with these roots in the foreground here, which add a nice like depth to it and also add some nice details. And that's also something that I want to work more with in the future, is to have a foreground, midground, and then the background, which is the sky. It just adds a little bit more to the scenery, and I think this one could look pretty cool, where I have the roots, then the bench. Maybe I could sit on the edge here, and then I have the Milky Way core here on the edge. Yeah, I think now you have a nice idea of what I want to do. And yeah, I think now I will actually start setting up camp. Okay, so there we go. Here's my 5 million star luxury hotel. And yeah, I think that will work out pretty good. I have a nice flat ground here, and yeah, it's quite nice. I actually recently upgraded my sleeping mat, and I also got myself like a little pillow here that I can inflate. Yeah, I think that will make sleeping a little bit more comfortable. And yeah, I will definitely sleep. I don't know if I haven't mentioned yet, but I will sleep tonight because yeah, with this 50% moon, I can't really do much. But yeah, I think it's time for a little test. So I think I have no stones. I think I placed it at a good spot. Oh yeah, okay. This will work. Haha, okay, that's good. That's like 10 times better than my last air mattress. Okay. One thing I already love about tonight is the fact that I can test a lot of new equipment and also new equipment combinations. For example, this here, which is my primary photography rig for tonight. I actually brought only one camera for like photography and one for filming. And yeah, usually I'm using the Skywatcher Star Adventurer as my primary tracker for all my photo shoots. And yeah, tonight I'm using the Move Shoot Move Nomad, which is usually my backup tracker. But yeah, tonight it can carry all this heavy equipment here. And I actually tried this a few times before and it works really, really well. I'm actually quite surprised that it works so good. Yeah, also two new things are lenses to film me at night. One is the Sigma 20mm f1.4, the old DSLR version. I got a like stupidly good price on the second-hand market for it. And I also have a pretty special lens, which is here. You can't really see it, I think, which is a sort of experimental lens. I think it's mainly used, or I will mainly use it for like filming at night and also taking like shots of friends and family and all that stuff during the day. That is a 7 Artisans 50mm f1.05, which is the fastest lens I ever owned and I ever used, which is quite exciting. I mean, it's almost one full stop more. And also one thing why I purchased this lens is they are super cheap. Usually there are like two segments of these kinds of lenses, which is the extremely expensive one, like the Nikon 55 or 56, something like that, millimeter f0.95 for Nikon Z, which is like 8,000 euros or something like that, which is extremely crazy. And on the other side of the spectrum, we have Chinese lenses like this one here from 7 Artisans, or I actually forgot all the other brand names just in that moment right now. But yeah, usually these lenses are at f1.2 or f0.95 and optically really bad, especially wide open. And yeah, the exception I found is this lens, because at f1.05 it is quite sharp. Of course, not usable for like high resolution shots of the night sky, but I want to use this lens later on to capture the landscape portrait, and also film at night, which is also one thing which this lens can really shine. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. The good thing about a 50% moon is that it's basically daytime, as you can see. I'm currently filming with my full spectrum modified A7S, and yeah, the new 20mm f1.4, and as you can see, it is just like daytime. It's so bright, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to capture the Milky Way later on when it rises just behind the camera here, and yeah, with a pretty nice view. Last update before I go to bed, I just set up my A7 III for a small star trail time-lapse. I really want to get a star trail shot after like years, and I think this composition is quite cool. I will take the foreground later when I wake up and when the moon is closer to the horizon, so the landscape looks a little bit cooler. And then, yeah, I will start shooting. I figured out all my compositions and how much time I approximately need for everything. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty nice. Right, I will go and get some sleep. Alright guys, it's game time for tonight, and as you can see, the Milky Way core slowly starts to rise behind me, and it looks pretty cool. I mean, the sky is still illuminated by the moon, but it will set in about 10 to 15 minutes. And yeah, then I have about 2 hours of nice dark skies to play with. And yeah, I don't want to lose any time, and I will get starting. I'm only shooting the foregrounds right now, so I did the star trail foreground first, and yeah, now I'm shooting this composition with the bench here, and yeah, I think afterwards I will actually start capturing the sky. Yeah, I will see. I will first have to figure out how I want to frame this shot here. So let's get going. I can already tell that it will look really nice. The Milky Way is really, yeah, showing right now. I mean, it's getting better and better every second. And already from the live view here, it looks really cool. But what I want to do now is to get closer to the foreground, like to the ground itself. So I will make my tripod smaller. Okay, I will go really close to the foreground. I'm actually just pointing at it right now, and want to try and capture all the details in there. So let me first focus, and then can get the first shots. I'm doing 2-minute exposures, and I think I will have to do, let's say, 4 images per panel for the full focus stack, and then I will have this composition ready to go, which is really cool. I really wish I could film more and talk to you, but I'm a little bit in a rush because, yeah, as mentioned, I don't have much time and I want to get the most out of the night. I finished most of the foregrounds with the 14mm lens, and now I have the 50mm on, and I want to try and get a nice landscape astro selfie, as I mentioned before. Let's do 5 seconds. I think I was too late, but I will see. Okay, let's see how that looks. Let's see how that looks. It's actually pretty cool, but I think I will do it in vertical orientation. I think I will actually go a little bit closer. Okay, so let's try it out. Everything should be set up. I will just try different compositions now. So let's go with this one. Should take a photo now. I will do different poses just to be sure. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Now I will turn off the camera and do a shot with me and the camera. Okay, now I have to set up the tracker, so let's do that. Well, okay, camera, I don't need you anymore. Now I need you, the tracker. I have everything set up, pretty good. Just have to do polar alignment of the laser, which is actually a really nice feature. The good thing is I'm at 14mm, so I just have to do a rough polar alignment. Oh, okay, this is satellite. Just thought it was a plane. It wouldn't be too good. Of course, if you want to polar align such a mount, it's not the best idea to do it with a ball head. You should get a two-way head or a dedicated polar wedge for this. I think that's good. I have to make sure that everything is nice and tight. I need the camera, 14mm. Okay, I think that looks pretty good from the live view. Just have to focus, do a test shot. And let me turn on the tracker, north, yep. What's the time? 4:45 in the morning. So astronomical night ends at 5:10. Give or take, let's say I can add another 10 minutes to that, so I have a little bit of time now to shoot. Okay, I'm noticing that I might have to wait a little bit longer before I press the shutter after I worked on the camera, because the 2 test shots were a little bit shaky. I just think that the entire setup is a little bit more unstable compared to the Skywatcher base, but it still works, which is kind of cool, I think. And yeah, once I'm starting the long exposures, I will put the 50mm on and show you the night sky a little bit with f1.05. Look at the details in the foreground. f1.05 is so bright, oh man. And now the Milky Way core, man, that's looking good. And I have to say, especially for video work, the stars are fine. I mean, yeah, they're a little bit hazy, I would say. I might find a better focus, let's see. I think that's as good as it gets. But the stars are a little bit like hazy, which is kind of cool. It adds a star glow effect just from the lens. I really have to say, so far everything worked out. There are no problems except for like time. But yeah, all the shots, yeah, they're just working. I'm currently taking the last shot for the Milky Way core, and then let's see, I have to be pretty quick and move down to the other spot to get some photos there. Yeah, I won't take you with me, I think, because it's a little bit too much to have like 2 setups in the hand. But if not, you will just see the image later on. I really have to say, nights like these are the best, where everything works. You have a little bit of pressure from the time aspect, but yeah, so far I'm pretty happy. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier in the video, this night was mainly for like testing stuff and also getting images. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for the future and all the coming trips, especially with the new gear for filming, which is, I think, really nice. And yeah, let me see what's the time. So yeah, that's the last exposure, and after that I will move down and get some other shots. So yeah, I will update you when I'm done. I actually managed to bring both camera rigs down here in time. And yeah, I had to reposition the tripod a little bit, so the original composition with the roots here on the right, you can see only black, but they are right here, did not work, so I'm using this composition here. I'm not sure if it works. We'll just take a 3-panel Vertorama now, so that I have more or less like, I don't know, this field of view. Yeah, something like that. With the bench. It might look cool, maybe not. I will see. We have now a few hours later. As you can see behind me, the sun is rising. I had another round in the 5 million star hotel, had some more sleep. And yeah, I think the night was very nice. I had a lot of fun, and I think I have lots of images to process now. And yeah, I really want to get home. It's really cold. I have to get moving, so I will start packing up, and then I might do some voiceover with the final images. And if not, I want to wish you good luck on the next adventure, and I will see you on the next vlog.